From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Sunday, December 20th, 2015. Silver is trading at $14.11 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,066 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $459. Antiwar.com reports Germany's main intelligence agency, the BND, has renewed its intelligence sharing program with the Assad government of Syria, a move which appears to have, in no small part, been prompted by Parliament's authorization of German involvement in the Islamic State war. Among Western nations, Germany has more historic ties with the Assad government than most, and early in the U.S. war against the Islamic State in Syria, the U.S. did some limited information sharing with Syria by way of German intelligence community contacts. The resumption of full-scale intelligence sharing, however, could serve to be controversial, with so many Western nations demanding the immediate ouster of Assad as part of the increasingly complex settlement goals of the civil war. German Chancellor Angela Merkel has given lip service to removing Assad in the long term, but has not been so loud in demanding an immediate removal. Germany's military involvement in the war against the Islamic State is intended to be a support role, with a frigate dispatched along with 1,200 troops to the region. 6 surveillance planes are flying over Syria to provide some information to the nations conducting direct strikes.
Bitcoin Not Bombs is a launching pad for nonprofits and social entrepreneurs into the financial freedom of the Bitcoin economy. Bitcoin Not Bombs is fully committed to being the hub of the nonprofit sector of the Bitcoin economy, maximizing the potential cross-promotion of all our clients and commercial partners. To learn more, visit bitcoinnotbombs.com.
UPI reports Delaware Governor Jack Markle signed a law Friday decriminalizing possession of small amounts of cannabis by adults over the age of 21. While cannabis still remains illegal in the state, the law makes possession of personal use amounts of cannabis up to 1 ounce a civil violation punishable by a $100 fine and no possibility of jail time. The law also decriminalizes possession of cannabis paraphernalia with a $100 civil penalty. Possession of up to 1 ounce of cannabis was previously a misdemeanor in Delaware, punishable by up to a fine of $575 and 3 months in jail. State Representative Helen Keeley, who championed the new law, said the change will help avert a permanent record of criminal penalties for those found in possession. She also said further changes to the law, including legalizing cannabis in the state, are unlikely.
For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co.
Reuters reports several hundred protesters marched through downtown Chicago on Friday evening, calling for Mayor Rahm Emanuel to step down over complaints of abusive police and a lack of accountability in the police department. The protesters chanted, "No justice, no peace," and wore t-shirts reading, "Jail Rahm now." It was the latest in a wave of peaceful and mostly small protests in Chicago, set off by the release of a video of a police officer shooting 17-year-old Laquan McDonald dead in October 2014. Rahm Emanuel, who was elected to a second term this year, and State's Attorney Anita Alvarez have been the targets of protest because of the year-long delay in bringing charges against the officer in the video, Jason Van Dyke, who faces trial for murder. Chicago is the latest U.S. city to see demonstrations over the deaths of young men at the hands of police, many of them caught on video. Chicago police killed an average of 17 people a year over the last 7 years, and it is extremely unusual for police officers to face charges or be disciplined in such cases. It was not until uproar over the video of Laquan McDonald being shot 16 times as he apparently walked away from the police that the Federal Department of Justice launched an investigation of civil rights issues into the Chicago Police Department. Earlier on Friday, Van Dyke's attorney said he would seek a change of venue for the officer's trial. He has been indicted by a grand jury on 6 counts of first-degree murder and 1 charge of misconduct. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.